Hey folks, Charlie Sims here. Welcome to my channel. Hope you're having a lovely day and thank you for joining me for a speed build. And today we're going to be doing the Sunny Simsie Shell challenge, and I'll link that down below. It's a shell challenge made by Sunny Simsie. The deadline is the 19th of December if you want to join, and the video kind of releasing that shell challenge will be linked down below, so you can check it out if you want to partake before the 19th. But yeah, so some of the rules: you can't add any exterior walls. You can add interior walls only. You can of course add platforms, foundation, yeah, everything like that. You know, everything that I'm doing right now. You can add, you know, roofing, just no more exterior walls. Another thing about this challenge is it can only be 100 tiles. So yeah, I decided that I wanted to do a little bit of a bump out because I wanted it to look a little bit Victorian, I guess. So I decided I wanted to do a bump out. And then I also added a porch, which is allowed. You can add, you know, porches. So yeah, I just yeah, added a roof and a platform, and that was totally fine. Now I'm just playing about with the roof. End up changing the windows quite a bit, and I think we primarily use vampire windows. But yeah, this was really fun. There's a couple of weird bits in the shell challenge, well, the shell. So there's like the odd one tile, well, I think there's one tile just sticky out bit, like if you just saw that on the left, there's just like a one tile room. So well, you know, one tile bump out, which is interesting. I didn't actually end up doing anything clever with that one tile bump out. Right now I'm playing with the windows. I do end up changing this. I think it looks alright. It's just when I add the other windows, I just think that they look a bit better than this kind of front one. So yeah, and now I'm adding some dormers just to add a bit of interest to the build. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how the roof turned out. Yeah, quite happy with this in general. Just trying to do something a bit fun here as well. And yeah, just like trying to, I don't know, make it a little bit interesting. But yeah, I think Sunny Simsie is also touring all of the entries for this on the 19th. Well, I don't know, I guess maybe not all of them, depending on how many they get. That might be quite a lot. But yeah, I will link you her YouTube channel. But yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this, so thank you Sunny Simsie for creating this shell challenge. It's a lot of fun. We do stick with this colour scheme as well after like I change it like a bunch of times. We end up going with this kind of cream red accents and primarily a brown brick. I don't think it might all be a brown brick, but I can't quite remember. You know, I tend to make the builds and then edit the videos pretty quickly, and then after that it's just whenever I've got chance to do a speed build, and like, yeah, just haven't had the chance lately. I have to get up like pretty early because I live above a pub with my sister at the moment, so it's like kind of loud. So I'm here with my morning cup of tea at like 20 to 8 in the morning. This is like the kind of time I have to get up on a Sunday to do a voiceover. But yeah, kind of end up swapping the windows out for these windows from the vampire stuff pack. That, yeah, I think they look really good, like just bunged together. They really go with like the are the detailings on the porch, which are kind of cream and red. So yeah, I was really happy with that. And yeah, I do end up changing the I've already changed the windows on the front, yeah. And now I'm just using some tool to kind of put that dormer back in. Got a little faux balcony as well. I don't think you can actually walk out onto it, although I do place some stairs, so it looks like you can, but I'm pretty sure you can't. Yeah, I'm just swapping all these windows out for those windows and adding some planter boxes. These ones from Cottage Living because they're really cute. I also added a hanging plant on the front and really enjoyed doing that. I love that hanging plant. And yeah, this is basically the outside coming together. Oh yeah, this is me changing the front, or at least I will soon change the front, because as you can see, at this point I actually prefer the back of the build. I think the windows just look better, so I think we just change that to just having those windows that I like, basically. But yeah, I really like the look of the balcony, so I'm glad that I added that with the extra tile space. I think I used exactly 100 tiles, and this is me just decorating that little balcony space. I think we put a chair, maybe some more plants, and yeah, a little light, and then we do actually swap that out, one of these windows out, for an actual arch. And this is the bedroom, and there's just a ladder up to the bedroom, and now I'm finally changing up the front of that build and then just kind of slotting this in there. Yeah, and I think this looks a bit more like it just fits the build a bit more, I think, than what was originally the design on the front. And yeah, just using tool to like make that a little smaller. But yeah, this was super fun. We're gonna go to the inside soon. I end up landscaping and doing the garden last. For some reason, I think I just wanted to start furnishing. Sometimes you just fancy furnishing, and I just thought to myself, this is super cute, and I just want to get furnishing, really. So I can't remember what this comes in at. I don't think it's too expensive, but it's probably something like 60,000 for this tiny house. But all of the details are down below, as they always are, and by the time I post this will be uploaded to the gallery, so you just have to search my gallery ID, which is charlottemneill. And now I'm just decorating the room. We do come back to it, and kind of once I decide I guess the theme of the house, we end up like coming back to this. So I guess the theme of the house is that this is an old Victorian house, of course, but I think the owner actually likes modern interior, so I kind of mix the I guess original fixtures and fittings, things like wallpapers, flooring, to be quite like Victorian and oldie, but I think a lot of the decor is actually modern inside. So yeah, that was the kind of inspiration behind the furnishings, I guess. But now we're just doing something on the inside with this one tile bump out. Thought it would be nice to make a bit of a cloakroom. Do end up swapping this shelf out, and I think I end up using the Cottage Living shelf, where you just have the tote bag and the hat. I think that's super cute. So I end up swapping that out for this set of shelves, and then I just add another shelf. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I end up doing. But yeah, I think this looks nice, and I put a wall and just like an archway, so that it's a bit cordoned off from the living room and it's not just there. But yeah, because this is like a fairly small shell. It didn't take me too long to work out the floor plan. I mean, as you can see, I haven't even worked out the floor plan yet. I'm just like going in and making this little cubby hole because I decided, you know, exactly what I wanted to do with this one tile space. I love doing this in general. I don't know, just enjoy it. Yeah, and that is the that's the cupboard, I guess. And now we're going to be moving on to the living room, and then soon I will kind of separate this room and you know, add the kitchen. But yeah, right now I'm just kind of working out a living space. So we used that couch from Dream Home Decorator. Had a mind went completely blank then. And then also, yeah, just kind of making some bespoke furniture with tulle. So I thought this was cool, this kind of like industrial shelving unit. Because they're in a tiny home, it just made sense to just have storage everywhere. So that's why I kind of added these drawers under this coffee table we got from the industrial loft kit, and now adding some new plants that we got from the Blooming Rooms kit, and a nice little coffee table. So as you can see, this is pretty modern so far, but then I do decide to use some oldie wallpaper. We changed this to, I think, like a cream. Yeah, this is the one that we end up keeping, and then this flooring from Eco Lifestyle, I think. And then for some reason these shelves keep popping up, but I think I edit all of that footage out of me just like using the tool mod to bring them down every now and then. But yeah, hopefully when you download this, they will be, you know, under the coffee table. Alternatively, you could just remove them, I guess. Yeah, and so this ends up being an open living room, dining room. So I just put the dining room in the corner and decide to kind of add some radiators instead of the fireplace. The fireplace looked a little bit big. I mean, ideally I would have had a fireplace, but I think like the radiators work, the faux radiators. Of course, if you're actually playing in this house, then you might want to add something like the thermostat, or maybe the snowy escape heater, because yeah, I haven't actually added anything to the build that could heat up your house. Although that would be a really cool update if they could make that radiator actually heat the house up instead of being decorative. I think that would be really cool. But yeah, now I'm just working out the kitchen, and this took me quite a while to work out. I think we end up using the green, yes we do, the green vampire kitchen. I haven't used this in ages, but it is like one of my favourite kitchen sets. The kitchen's quite small, so I think we just use shelves rather than overhead cabinets, and yeah, I think that looks good. So now I'm just cluttering up this shelf, and yeah, I was just really enjoying kind of decorating this. I didn't really think about what kind of sim could live here. I don't think I put any like specific career stuff in. I was just thinking like you know, one sim basically. Yeah, this is a one sim house. Also really like the Blooming Rooms flowers, but the shadows on them are really weird. Like, I don't know if anyone else has noticed that, but the shadows are super weird, and it's like making me not want to use some items, but I don't know, it just looks really strange to me. Like, the shadow is like really dark, and I think currently I actually have my reshade off, so I'm not sure what's up with the dark shadows behind the plants. Kind of annoying. That being said, I feel like there is some shadow glitches in general, don't know, I've certainly been having some problems on the second floor with shadows. So yeah, so maybe it's like, you know, a bigger thing, and maybe it'll come out in the laundry list. But yeah, it's a little bit annoying. Oh right, yeah. Here I'm just adding like a little tea towel on this cabinet, but I don't actually end up keeping that because I think, yeah, I add that and then it doesn't really make sense, so I remove that kind of what I thought was a tea towel. Yeah, so I thought it would be nice to kind of add some open shelving because it's quite a small space instead of cabinets. Yeah, and it took me ages to work out what to actually do with this little corridor bit, but I think we end up adding a bookcase. Oh, and so here I didn't want to change the wallpaper, but I did want a little bit of a kind of splashback, you know, kitchen tiles, so that you don't just get, you know, grease and whatever straight on the wallpaper. So I thought I'd use this from Jungle Adventure. It took me a while to work out this corner piece, and I think it kind of works. Like, there's a bit of a sticky out bit, but I think it's kind of quirky, and I end up putting some pots on the top of there. So yeah, not pots, like this kind of, I don't know, spatula holder. And now, yeah, just adding a bookcase here, and then I end up opening the door with like a little trick. So yeah, this ends up looking quite cluttered, but I think it's pretty cute. And yeah, I like that the door's open. It just makes everything feel a little bit more open. You'll see what I mean in a minute. But yeah, just add in some like Victorian rugs, you know, here and there. Maybe the last owners left the rugs, kind of thing. But yeah, so now I'm doing a little open door trick, and then we actually move the bin, and I end up just having a door stop that just ends up being this thing from Strangerville, which I guess is something that you'd win at a fair, right? And now I'm moving on to the little 4-tile bathroom, and I can't remember what ends up in it. I mean, I assume a shower and a sink. Oh, a tub. Okay, a tub and no sink. Okay, cool. I think, yeah, I end up putting a radiator and some towels at the back here, and then just adding a little bit of a mirror, so you will actually come out and then wash your hands. Well, your Sims will come out and then wash their hands in the kitchen, but that's okay because the bathroom's right next to the kitchen. Yeah, just adding a little bit more detail, a bit of an incense, I guess. Yeah, and I think we keep that wallpaper. And now I'm just adding some more curtains everywhere, and then we use the tool mod to just like lower these down. Thank God for the tool mod, absolute saviour. And now I'm just adding some pictures to the back wall, some that were originally in the house, some that the Sim has brought to the house. Yeah, and I really like that picture. I haven't actually used it yet, but I think that's really cool. So yeah, added that, and this little, I guess, the original Victorian fitting of a framed map, old map. And yeah, now I'm just adding some salt and pepper, and then a vase to the centre of this dining table, and then I think I just end up adding a hutch and some like decorations that the sim has bought with them, because I was thinking that, you know, a lot of it seems to be, you know, what's come with the house. But yeah, I really do like this mixture of old and new. It was fun. Yeah, and I enjoyed sizing this down, and just having it like on top of that hutch as just like a bit of storage. I think that looks really cute. Yeah, just add in a wine rack, and then some books. So that's, I guess, what they bought with them. And then we go upstairs, and then I kind of add the same things here. So I make their bedding a bit more modern and plain, I guess, and then just give them like a few more things before we go on to the landscaping. And then I also think I use a clock from kids' room stuff, but it's just like in a geometric pattern, so I think you know, it's not really solely for kids. But I might actually, I do actually give them that toy. But yeah, you know, adults can have toys. I have couple of I've got a big bear that I keep. It's actually on top of the wardrobe, so to me that seems realistic. I'm adding some books and then shoes as well, and then soon we will be on to the landscaping and the garden. And I put off doing the garden, but I actually really liked the garden. In the end, I thought it was really quirky, and I just really enjoyed doing the garden. So yeah, this is, I guess the garden is a bit more of the modern. I think it's been modernised a lot more recently than the rest of the house, which I don't think has been modernised. But yeah, I would say like the garden is quite modernised. So maybe the sim who lives here is like a little bit of a green thumb, or maybe like the owners before did the garden. I don't know, but yeah, I really like the garden. We remove that. And I'm just using a mixture of cottage living plants. I don't know what I used to landscape with before cottage living. And I'm also using some snowy escape plants, and also snowy escape tree, which I really enjoyed using actually. Haven't used that in ages, but I think it's an absolutely stunning tree. Love it. And we're continuing the red out here with this fence from Get Together. This isn't by any means pack restricted. I kind of wanted to just go ham on the shell challenge. So yeah, this isn't pack restricted. But yeah, just adding some lights to the exterior. I think I swapped that out for some hanging lights instead, ceiling lights. So yeah, half of it is kind of so I mean, you'll see in a minute, I'm getting out that pergola, and I end up having half of the garden with just like greenery, and then the other half kind of decking and pebbles, so that they've kind of done it out. So we've got this nice pathway, and I'm using it's actually a rug from Snowy Escape, but they look like slabs, concrete slabs, and then I just use this terrain, which I think looks like pebbles. And then under the pergola, I do actually use some decking, which, well, what I imagine would be decking. Oh, and I really enjoy. I forgot I did this. I really enjoyed what I did here, which I kind of like make a seating area and then like put a tree in the middle of it. And I think that looks really good here. I'm just like trying to work it out with the sectionals. So yeah, you can kind of see that coming together. So I just make a bit of a gap, and then I put I just put a tree here. I just put that tree there, and I think that looks really cool. And some flowers. And yeah, I just thought that was a really nice seating area, on the grass, but still like a nice seating area. And then here is just like another seating area. We add We had a little bike. And I think, yeah, a coffee table, and then I think I had a barbecue. Oh, I forget, I had some planters as well, so it is a little bit functional. Yeah, and I just absolutely love the red that I decided to use. I've never used this red swatch for the pergola, but because so much of the accents of the house were red, I just thought it seemed, you know, sensible to use the red. Yeah, I'm really happy that I did end up using the red. And now I'm just lowering that so that you just get the teapot and the cups, because I don't really like that tray, to be honest. Just, I don't know, personal preference. And then I'll kind of separate the garden out with this this blooming rooms kind of, I don't know, outdoor, indoor conservatory. And yeah, I end up using that light from Blooming Rooms as well. And I think at the back there's just some more planter boxes. So I guess, yeah, the sim that lives here is quite into plants. Oh yeah, just adding these cute little fairy lights. It's really early here, I do apologise. And yeah, this is basically the build. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to participate, the links are down below. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you'd like to see more content from me, please hit subscribe. Catch you later.